the dengue. I did that already. Okay. Again, I want to thank all the readers and musicians, and it's just really, yeah. I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional.
Hard.
It's hard. I really deeply appreciate it. And you know, I was thinking about, you know, Luis and Art and Randy, I think, are the longest, like, Colorado poets that I've known. Art was first. And except there's that weirdness of, yeah.
Luis was first.
But see, we didn't actually meet, but he got to see me. Oh God, I was so panicked that night. And I go, it's like, I ran up to Linda Hogan. I'm like, Linda, would you possibly read, you know, Scott Momaday's in here? And she's like, oh, I have to. You know. and then it's like, I'm like going up on the stage and he's coming, folks, he's coming, folks. And like hundreds of people in the College of Santa Fe.
John, tell them what Native American poets were there, because that was a great gathering.
Oh, it was Linda Hogan and Scott Momaday, Joy Harjo, and Lucy Tamahanso, Harold Littlebird.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing. I think those were the headliners.
That was,
I feel like there was. It was a good festival. But finally, Scott drives up in his Mercedes. You know, and I'm standing in the front of the auditorium, and all these people inside. I'm waiting for him. And he drives up, and I run up, and I was like, "Oh, Scott, I'm so glad you're here." And he goes, "I'm glad you're here too." Like, I mean, he was literally an hour late. Anyway, okay. So let me. These are poems by the poets who read tonight, and I'm going to start with Maureen McCartney. For the geologist R.C. Coffin. On sandstone, on the buried remains of a Jurassic jungle, great animals have left their footprints on the beach. They have hardened into stone. Let's get my glasses.
Are you getting this?
Old age.
Are you watching him put his glasses in his pocket?
Okay. Sorry. It's shirts with flaps. All right, they have hardened into stone. My apologies. They emerge solid and black from our emerald lawns. We drive our cars across the seabed every day. In sandstone deposited at the beginning of an age, sieved down a yellow forest of wealth and weaponry, an alien element. I have seen the snapshots of their expeditions, a string of mules and the man attending them, a miniature Teddy Roosevelt in jodhpurs, standing next to a sign that reads, "The middle of nowhere." They were looking for fuel, but what they got fired were their imaginations. The Malpai and the elephant skin hills were so damn beautiful and so rich just beneath the skin. Abandoned catastrophe. The earth has made herself from the inside out. Here we can see it in sandstone, in her succession of children. We drive our cars across the seabed every day. I love that.
Yeah, nice.
Here's from Art's new book, Our Good Times. I think I need to get this signed. Yeah, I need to get you this signed. Time to, for Mar. Still savoring the silver tin with its amber scent, a sister-in-law's gift given again in the dizzy spin of spring. Nights deep freeze, each day melting as Norwood free falls into Telluride's off-season. And the sun's boom, bust rays make for wheel-rimmed gumbo mud, the stuff that keeps us held in place, embraced another season, hoping there's time to yet play like the geese honking for peace in Snyder's sheep pasture. The world held in the nostrils like a deep breath. So, this is from smelling the earth to Digging in the Earth. This is Jennifer Hancock, and this is a poem for you, which Art published well, sort of, I mean, Art edited, published. I don't know. How did I say? Would it be that you published? Fungi Magazine. Anyway, Art was responsible for its publication. There you go.
There you go.
All right.
Facilitated.
Foray. The very earth is fruiting, and the dark longing you keep locked until August fingers through you like fibrous webbing. Look how your relationship with truth strains against the deeper pull of subterranean logic. See how even your posture changes. The sky becomes superfluous. In the periphery, evidence of the usual chronology. Filling the car with gas, making toast, making love with passion, or with none. This penumbra fades into stands of spruce and aspen. The liminal space between greens is almost holy. You could crouch here forever, digging tenderly at the crown of a head, russet, damp with birth, the surface world's time slowing to the speed of a heartbeat. Jennifer Hancock. Ed, you're on.
Did you have a copy of that?
Oh, yes, I do. That's right. And I forgot to do that with the other one. Yes, I do have it. Hold on. Wait a minute, no. Too many notes. Yeah, here we go. Okay, you start this, right?
Yep.
So if I read the title, right? This is Randy Phillips from his book Kismet, Colorado, not from the Phantom third book. Jason calms down after the argument. The sun has gone down, cigarette butts in an empty wine bottle. We get drunker and talk. Then silence as I stare at you and you stare into the fire. It pops and crackles, and when I rest my eyes, it becomes water dripping into itself. 1,000 tiny waterfalls squeezing through cracks in sandstone. Cool and clean. This water can't remember where it's been. We get a little drunker and she begins to explain, because of the way it sounds, she thinks syphilis should be the name of a flower. And roses should be called risings, because the progressive would make them more symbolic, more important. She tells a story about a mania that destroyed a young man who drew elaborate graffiti and signed it with a black rising. He covered walls with exorbitant and calculating colors until one night he was caught doing an entire football field. Now he's doing Leavenworth, she says. After this story, I feel I can sleep, and I'm happy, rising to her ideas. So just what am I want to know? A waterfall? A fire? A butt? Or a maniac? Just you. It's silent again, and that fire glows through its ashes like sun squeaking through the peaks. It's time for bed, and I know I'll dream of finding, for her birthday, a pure white syphilis.
Hey, that flies.
Oh, you want me to? Okay. Put it in here. I'll hand it back to the student tomorrow.
As long as you put it